Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. Also make sure you turn off your hot and cold water supplies. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the water fill valve on the washing machine. It's going to be a very easy repair and should only take a few minutes to do. If you already have the valve, great. If not, you can click on the link below to order it or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. The main reason you'd be changing out the water fill valve is if it failed and the solenoids no longer operate and open the hot or the cold, or if it started to leak and is leaking water on the floor. In the kit, you're going to get the water valve, the mounting plate that's used in some applications, the instructions, and a mounting screw. The first thing we have to do is to remove the control panel. It's usually held in place by two screws. They're located in either the front or the rear of the control panel. Some models have trim covers that you have to lift off to gain access to the screws, and on other models they have spring clips that you have to slip a putty knife underneath to release them. Once you have your screws out, slide the control panel forward about 1/2 inch and lift it back over the back of the machine. With the console out of the way, we have to go ahead and disconnect the lid switch and remove the two retaining spring clips that hold the body to the frame. With a flathead screwdriver, just pry them out. Next, we have to go ahead and remove the body from the frame of the washer. So we have to lift up on the lid and grab the body right here. Put your foot against the body of the machine. Tilt the body up to a 45-degree angle and lift it off the machine. Even though you've already shut off the hot and cold water, you may want to put a towel on the floor to catch any residual water that may come out. You can also label your hoses hot and cold, so when you put them back on, they go on the right valve. Go ahead and loosen up the hoses with the pliers or big channel locks, and once they're loose, you should be able to unscrew them with your hand. The only thing that holds in the valve is a 1/4 inch screw, so go ahead and take it out with a nut driver or a socket. Now we can disconnect the hot and cold water wiring harnesses. Most machines are labeled, the red being hot. If yours has no indication of which one's hot or cold, you may want to label them so they don't get mixed up. They pull straight off. Just pull them off and swing them out of the way. All right, with the wires out of the way, we can go ahead and lift up on the valve and pull it out of the body. Once we have it out, we'll take our pliers, slide the clamp out of the way, and pull the valve off. Okay, on this universal mounting bracket, if yours has a square hole right here, you're going to have to use this bracket. The universal mounting bracket goes over the inlet hose connections and slides up to kind of lock into place, and then you use the mounting screw that came with it right there to attach the bracket to the valve. And then that actually goes right here, and you put the screw in through the back. If you don't need it, you just put the valve right through the back of the machine. First thing we have to do is hook up the water hose to the new valve. So go ahead and press it in. Take your pliers, bring the clamp back up. Go ahead and mount the valve in the back wall. And reconnect the wire harness. Now we have to put in the mounting screw to hold the valve in place. If the hole isn't lined up, pull down on the valve so it is, and put the screw back in. Now that we have the new valve installed, we can hook back up the water lines, making sure that the hot goes on hot and the cold goes on cold. In order to put the body back onto the frame, we have to do it the exact same way that we took it off. So go ahead and lift up the lid, grab the lip of the body, put your foot at the base, tilt it up 45 degrees, and carry it back over to the machine and put it on. When you're sliding the body back onto the frame, make sure you get the lower lip underneath the frame and then lower it down onto the 4 locking tabs. So just go ahead and hook the clips onto the back panel, and with your flathead screwdriver, push them down into place. Reconnect the lid switch. To close up the console, all you do is rotate it forward over the front of the machine. Make sure the locking tabs lock in place. Pull it back about a ½ inch and replace the screws. Now that you have the machine reassembled, you can go ahead and plug it back in, turn the water back on, and take it for a test spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.